Hi, it's me, Angie from Liberated Strands, and I wanted to come through with a really mini business planning training. And last week, when I posted the question in the Seattle Naturals, if other women were building businesses, and if so, what were they? There was a really cool response from many, many, many people inside the group, and it really helped me propel my business as far as getting out here and start making videos, which I have all the tools to do, but I just really been afraid and nervous to do it. And the response in the group really helped me to say, you know what? Let's do it, because I can also help my fellow Seattle Naturals, other women out there beyond just the group, to help build their businesses as well. So I was thinking about business planning, and that's what I'm doing right now. And so the question I ask is, are you ready to make changes in your business? The time is now. So on this training, many of you may have heard some of the things that I'm going to be talking about, and some of you may be new to some of the tips that I'm going to mention today. And so hopefully this will be a nice reminder or something that you can really implement in your business that would help. So I'm definitely dedicated to helping other women to build successful and meaningful businesses. So let's get started. So what we want to do for our businesses would be creating momentum. Now we see all over Facebook that many people right now are talking about goal setting, building, businesses in 2015, setting new goals for their businesses. And I was in a training and they were talking about money goals. And at first, when I was hearing about money goals, it was just like this hot topic, and people were putting 200,000, 150,000 down, and I was just like a little overwhelmed because I thought, well, a lot of people are in business because they just want to maintain, they want to have a lifestyle of freedom, enough to be able to do what they love. And so I was thinking about myself. I'm like, well, I just want a business to help me maintain being in my volunteer work and have money to travel. I'm not looking for these huge dividends like a lot of people are looking for. So I was just like, why do we keep talking about money goals, money goals? And finally, with my one-on-one coaching, I asked, okay, the money goals is too much. And then my coach was telling me that money goals essentially is for you to set for your business is to help you reach an ultimate goal. So we see that when we ask, what are your money goals, especially for the new year that's coming, 2015, it's really a new kickstart for businesses because we enter into the first quarter. So the first quarter runs from January through March, second quarter April through June, third quarter July through September, and then the fourth quarter October through December. So I never really thought about breaking my businesses up in quarters. I knew that in Washington state, the excise tax were due every quarter, so I knew to follow along with that. But I never really thought about putting my business goals on that type of regimen. So that really helped me to start put things in perspective on how I need to build my business so that it reaches even, the goals that I've set, regardless how big or small that the goal is. So the next thing is intentions, goals, and tasks. And I was taking another training, and the instructor was saying, well, we have to talk about intentions, goals, and tasks. And I'm thinking, well, aren't all three of them a little bit the same? And I'm just used to like getting on a sheet of paper, writing down goals, and saying, okay, this is my goal. This is how, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I want. And so when she started teaching that intentions are the big objectives that you state. So intentions are like, they're like objectives. So I'm like, okay, that's a new thought. And then your goals are the steps that you'll take to get to the intention. I'm like, all right, that's making some sense here. And then tasks are the little steps, the proactive things that you do to reach the goal. And so I thought, all right, this all comes together. And then she starts showing us an example. I was like, oh wow, I really need to implement that in my business, because sometimes I'm really in between the intention and the goal state, and then I'm like not really getting to the task portion when I start to say this is what my ultimate intention is or my ultimate objective is, I never really get past the goal stage. And so for the last week or so, I've been thinking, okay, I really want to implement the task part because I really think that I'm getting there, but I'm really not. So an example would be for the intention. Here's an example. I will increase my Instagram followers by 2,000 in 2015. So here comes my goal. I will hone in on my ideal client. I will reach out to like-minded business people. I will post useful and valuable content and make sure I have great images and graphics. So here's my goals. And then my task, now my little baby steps, how these little steps are going to get me to my goal, in which I can ultimately state my intention that I will post every day. I will create contests with other businesses. Thank you, Miss Gemini Fly. And then like pictures and make comments on other profiles. And then I will connect more with people who follow me. And then I will invest in training. So next, we want to think about how will I measure my success? So I will record my current followers on Instagram and keep track of them. I will make note of how many unfollow my business and how many begin following me. And then in order to reach my goal, I know that I have to add at least 500 new followers every quarter to get to my 2,000 at the end of the fourth quarter. So I will reassess my goal after the second quarter to see if I need to retweak it. How's my momentum going with that? Do I need to maybe pull back on the throttle a little bit? Maybe I should try 1,500 or 1,000, depending on how many people that have started following my page. Or do I want to say, you know what? This is what I want to do. So here, let me tweak this and let me tweak that and see if this will work. And then reassess after the end of third quarter. So, in a nutshell, let's grow our businesses. Let's connect with each other. I'm on Instagram under Liberated Strands and Facebook under Liberated Strands. We've all started talking about, the different variety of businesses that we have going on, especially in the Seattle Naturals group. And, how can we help each other be accountable for our businesses? And I would really love to hear what you think and, what your goals are for your businesses. And please work on setting your intentions, your goals, and your tasks. And let me know what your big money goals are for 2015 for your first quarter one especially. And let's see how we're going to break those down and how we can get everybody going and building big businesses for next year. So I look forward to hearing any of your feedback. Thank you for lending me your ear and listening to my mini presentation. And I look forward to speaking to many of you in the really soon. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.